Hey YouTube, Jay Fretless here with another video, another mail day video with a theme this time. As you can tell from the title of the video, this is going to be all about 1956 Topps Baseball Hall of Famers. So what I was thinking about doing was, what am I, I see all these videos about goals and stuff. And when we were at the last, me and my son were at the last couple of shows, we were talking, and I think we kind of both had the same idea. And he was like, you should, yeah, he says to me, he says, you should put together a 1956 Hall of Fame set or fill out that checklist. So I was kind of thinking the same thing, so that's what we're doing. So, but before we crack into all these packages, we need to lay some groundwork. So let me get these out of the way for a sec. So what prompted this? Well, last summer, I believe. Last summer, I set up as a vendor at the Newark Pavilion show. And while I was sitting at the table, my son was helping me, but he would go off and check other tables and other dealers. And this show was relatively big, so it had two separate halls that they had tables in. So he went over to the other hall, and he sent me a few pictures saying, there's a guy with some nice vintage stuff, and that's when I first saw about the 1956 Topps cards. Let me see. What happened to that one? One, two, three, four, five. Okay, that must be it then. Anyways, so so by proxy, me and I found out later that his name was Mike, and he's a viewer of the channel. Funny story about that. So through proxy, through my son, we made a deal, and after I wrapped up the show, I wanted to go and meet Mike, and so I go over there, walk over to the other hall, and say, hey, thanks for the deal. Introduce. Before I even introduce myself, he asked me. He recognized me by my voice, so he asked if I was Jay Fretless on YouTube, and I said, yeah, actually, yeah. And so that started a whole thing, but yeah, so I run into Mike a lot at the shows. So these are the three 56 cards I got from. Am I missing one? No, I think these are it. Okay. So I got a 56 Hank Aaron whiteback. It's a 1. It looks, it presents well for a 1. I think it's because there's some paper loss. And then a PSA 1 Jackie grayback. And then Willie Mays grayback SGC 2. So these are the 356 cards that kind of kicked off this whole idea. And then later on in that summer at the Eastridge, San Jose, California Eastridge Mall show, I found this card, and then this was my fourth 56 Topps card. This is a whiteback SGC2 of Roberto Clemente. So this was the beginning. And so I kind of sat there at these 4 cards, and keep my eye out open for 56, but never really decided to try to put the set together, at least Hall of Fames. So according to the PSA registry, or the their set registry, there's 36 Hall of Famers in this set. At least two of them are suits. What am I trying to say? Yeah, suits. The either managers or executives. Harridge and Giles, Warren Giles, and a guy named Harridge, and they're in suits on their cards. So So 36. So then that started. Okay, so now I have to, you know. Oh yeah. So then fast forward to last weekend in Fremont, California. There was the collected card show, and was walking around, and I found a vendor. I always see him at the shows. I don't have his contact information on my brain right now, but he had some SGCs and he had some PSAs, and I'm not strictly going SGC, just SGC or PSA, obviously. At this point, I just want to fill out the checklist, and then I can worry about the grade per se. I'm as we go along and upgrade. So he had some nice SGC slabs of some 56 guys, and so then I ended up adding a mini MINOSO and an SGC 5.5. And a REESE as a SGC 5. And a Ed Matthews SGC 5. And then this beauty, a grayback Sandy KOUFAX in a SGC 4.5. So these 4 cards, the Matthews, REESE, MINOSO, and Sandy, gave me a good deal. It was $520 cash, and then that included this card. Now this is not a 56 card. This is the 59 Topps Mantle, the Action Baseball Thrills card, which I've always loved this card, and so this was part of the deal. So those 4 cards plus this was $525. So it was a deal I couldn't pass up, and that's what really kick-started this idea. I mean, this put me on where I'm past the point of no return at this point. So I kind of went on a shopping spree on eBay and picked up some more. So I'm going to start the mail day part of this. And at the risk of ruining this video, I purchased 3 SGC cards, and this box, this order was $381, and the seller, I'm not gonna out the seller now, but he was charging $5 a card shipping, and so I win the 3 auctions. I say request total, and it won't let me request total. It says no combined shipping. But I put in a note. I paid him, and then I put in a note, and I said, hey man, $15 for three slabs is kind of harsh. You can please refund me the difference in shipping. And I didn't hear anything from him. And then he shipped the cards, and so I paid $15 for 3 slabs, and he still only sent it first class package. He didn't even bother be considerate enough to send it priority. And when I got the box today, you can hear them rattling around. So at the risk of getting completely pissed off after opening this, I'm gonna open this one first, and on camera, and hopefully, before I get too pissed off, there's that scene in The Hangover when Chang, when they're yelling at Chang about what Chang, I think his name's Chang, put them through, and then Chang simply replies, "But did you die?" So yeah, before I go off the handle here, let's just, if everything is okay, then okay. But man, just come on, guy. This is just ridiculous. They're not even in slab bags. What is this? Come on. Seriously, bro? And this is like a seller, and he's got a lot of feedback, which yeah, okay, but let's just move on. Okay, first card out of this order, is a 56 Whitey Ford SGC5. Okay, that's nice. Next one out of this order, an SGC3 of HARMON KILLEBREW Grayback. Okay. And the last one, 56 tops, obviously, Roy Campanella Grayback SGC5. You know, obviously grades are all over the place. It's all about how much you want to spend. Obviously, there's listings that are buy it nows, and those are inherently high. And if you're lucky enough to find cards on auction, you're going to pay significantly lower. And you know, we can argue about you know, getting the seller getting the price that they want, but you know, at the risk of having that thing just sit in their store, and that's completely up to them. But at some point you gotta realize that the auctions are they're getting enough traffic. It's not like it's 1-2 bids. There are 30-40 bids on these auctions, so they are finding their value, the market value. Okay, so next order, this was 72.43 to my door. This is a Bob Feller 1.5. So why on some of them they say graybacks and some of them say white and some of them don't say anything? I'm not sure. I read somewhere that it had some, you know, there was more white backs after a certain number in the checklist, or, you know, I'm not sure about that. Okay. Next one. So obviously, majority SGC. I think if I had a choice between PSA and SGC for this goal, I would say SGC. But as you'll see in these packages, it's going to be all over the place. And spoiler alert, just, you know, I don't have the two, what I think are the two biggest cards in this mail day, so you can guess what two players are the two biggest cards in this checklist. Okay, this one is a 56 HOYT WILHELM in a EX PSA 6. Next one. Sorry. Oh, what was this one? Oh, okay. This is a CSG slab. This is a grayback Gil Hodges in a CSG 3. Gil could go back here. Gotta make sure I got enough room. I don't even know if I have enough stands, to be honest. Next one. Wow. Yeah, I mean, these packages are so much better packaged than that first one. It's just ridiculous. Okay, next one. is a red Schoendiced. Excuse the mispronunciation. PSA 6 grayback. Schoendienst. Next one. Oh, this is actually a nice one. No, that's fine. Whatever. Sorry. So this was 130.74. The Schoendiced was probably $50 or something. Actually, I'll save this one for last. This is a grayback Yogi in the PSA 3. Next one, $60.65. There was an option, right? Obviously, you know, trying to find these raw and then getting them submitted, but I don't know. I'll probably do that in the future, but this is a 56 Dolby, Larry Dolby. So the problem with that is I'm, you know, an authentic is not going to be the end of the world. However, it's a big wet blanket to me sometimes, and so by trying to find raws to get graded, it'd probably be cheaper, but I don't want to, you know, I just, I'm not good enough yet to know what, you know, to spot something that has been altered, you know, that's going to come back in authentic. I'd rather just find. So this was $63.93. This next one. Ooh, nice. Monte IRVIN, SGC 4. Oh, wait. Okay, so this last one. And this one, a grayback owl KALINE in the SGC 3. So was that 19? I think I have 19. Yeah, 19. So that's I'm well on my way, right? What is it? That's more than half. So I think I got one more coming, but I think that the two biggest cards, the MANTLE and the Williams, obviously I got to get low grades. But I think like if you target those ones at a card show, you can save a good chunk of change. And, you know, I don't need to tell you why, but, you know, another thing about some of these sellers on eBay that have the buy it nows with best offer, the problem is you throw an offer that isn't like too terrible. There was one today that was $65, and I put in an offer of 50, and it's like, okay, no, offer's not been accepted, and I put 55, right? Not accepted. So, you know, he wasn't accepting any offers less than $5 off his asking price, right? And sometimes, yeah, as you watch, obviously you watch a lot of you know, you watch a lot of items, then they'll send out offers, and then you can go from there. So, but sometimes those offers are like 5% off or something, and it just kind of insulting. But and I'm not bashing on eBay sellers, as you know, some of you know that I'm an eBay seller. I'm not a full-time eBay seller, but at the time of, ironically, at the time of this filming is February 9th. Today is my 23rd anniversary on eBay, and of course I do buying and selling, but have over, I think it said 5,000 something sold items. So you know, I know the ins and outs of being an eBay seller, and how tough it is, and all the crap you have to deal with, but you still have to, you know, have a level of customer support, right? You can't, you know, you got to ship fast, box well, and have reasonable shipping prices, right? I mean, I know, you know, I'm getting dinged a little bit on shipping costs for my singles, but it is what it is. I might have to be, if they don't sell, then I have to really consider doing the plain white envelope at the risk of damaging cards, and then, but whatever. That's neat. That's not this for this video. But yeah, I think if you buy the big cards, you can save at least 10%, and then plus, you know, the dealer's going to be more apt to give you a good deal, right? Especially for Mantles and the Ted Williams, right? But anyways, so there it is. 19 of the 36 Hall of Famer out of the 1956 tops. Is there a reason that I'm doing this? No, not really. It's just I like the vertical cards. I like the 56 design, the action, and the portrait, the headshot. It just kind of came together and seemed like the right thing to do, instead of you know, bouncing around and picking up here and there and here and there. Just have some kind of direction, and it's been a lot of fun. And I know it's like, man, what did I undo, like 12 plus cards, 14 cards in this mail day, but yeah, a lot of these cards are relatively cheap, especially in the lower grades. And for a checklist thing to put in a display case, you know, people who are going to be looking at the display case aren't going to give two you know what's about the grading, right? So, all right, quick update. SGC's got my 11th submission. I sent it out last Friday, and they received it on that following Monday, coast to coast, priority shipping. So no change in status yet. I'm guessing early next week they'll be in post grading. It's just as receiving. It's not in. It doesn't say grading, and I can't remember if SGC even reported that. But anyways, I want to thank everybody that's been watching my channel, and especially my subscribers, and the wonderful people who comment on the videos and give me the thumbs up. It's been wonderful, and it's been a nice journey over this past year, and we're just going to keep plugging along. There's no real end goal for the channel. It's just it is what it is, to document for perpetuity that, you know, my journey in this hobby. So anyways, so thanks again, everyone. Really appreciate it. If you like this type of content and you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. Mostly just card videos and some other stuff mixed in, but mail days, submissions, submission reveals, and card show walkthroughs. So with that, until the next video, take care, everyone. Bye.